Morning, Piggy.
Morning. We out and about doing some shopping. Our sensor says it's 42. The weather on her phone says it's, what did you say, 37, feel like 29?
Yeah.
And I can feel it. I feel ice in that air. We already seen a couple of almost granule-sized snowflakes this morning. I thought it was going to sprinkle some more. And I said, no, that's too white to be rain. So it's been getting colder since.
Mom Linda said it was going to be snowing.
But she told us we're going to be getting more rain.
Yeah.
There might be a little snow and sleet mixed in with that rain. But I can feel the ice in the air.
Oh, yeah, it's cold.
So, anywho. So we are getting our monthly shopping done. We ain't got to get as much this month, so it's going a little quicker. We done got the main three out of the way. Now we just got to go buy Food Line and a dollar store.
Yeah.
We make those two stops along the way. Food Line is right there next to where we get our go-go juice.
Do we need go-go juice?
We're just one line below 3/4 right now.
Okay. We got a couple days.
And so we'll do that. And then we'll go on down and go to the dollar store on Cleveland Highway. We got three choices. There's one on the right on Cleveland Highway going up to Food Line, and then there's Food Line, and then there's one about a mile or two down from the Food Line, headed towards the house in that direction, which is probably the one we'll hit. Unless she wants to hit the one on the right on the way up.
It don't matter to me. There's actually two on the right on the way up.
True.
Yeah.
We can do either one, but you run in and get.
Yeah.
That way when we hit Food Line, we just go straight on home.
Yeah.
Well, we do Food Line, then do the other one, because that way, just in case my video goes longer than that one.
Okay.
If I get done before that one, then we'll call it a thing and stop there first.
Okay.
But we done hit our Del Rey and Save-A-Lot, and then we went to Aldi's. Aldi's was kind of interesting because we got our stuff and we went over that counter where you can pull everything out and bag it up. Well, we pulling stuff out and starting to get ready to bag up. Well, there's these couple of people that sidled right up next to us. So I got between them and Elaine. Elaine slide down. She's like, huh? I said, slide. So she slid down. I slid everything down except for her notebook. I said, I'm going to leave your notebook right there. She apparently didn't listen to me or pay attention to what I said, because when I got done on the other side of her and came back over to between the two, she done went and slid it down anyway. And what those people next to us do? Slid right down with it. I told her, she goes, well, they just kept sliding on down. I said, that's why I said keep the notebook where it was at. Because I knew what those people were up to. They was trying to get close enough to snatch a couple of things here or there. And everything. And leaving the notebook where I had it was my way of letting them know, I know what you're up to. Stay away. So I got a little miffed because I said do that anyway, and Elaine didn't pay attention to it, and she went ahead and moved it down anyhow, and she talked about how they moved down. I said, yeah, I knew they'd do that. That's why I said keep it where it was at. I might know a little something every once in a while about people. One of these days, she might actually listen to me. I'll probably be dead, but you know. But I have reasons for doing things the way I do. As soon as those people sidled up next to us, I knew exactly what they planned on doing. They didn't have any good for us in mind. So, anyhow, we managed to get set up enough where I got back over in between to keep an eye on that. And those people didn't have much to begin with. They sidled right up next to us. I knew what they was going to try. I kept them from it. They was trying to pull something where I'd had been going, excuse me, you didn't pay for that.
In case anybody trying to say, well, you might be just thinking things about people. Yeah, that whole long counter is a good, what, 15, 20 foot long?
Oh, Lord, it's almost the length of the entire front of the store.
I was the only one standing there, and they had all the rest of that length where they could have stood.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's why I knew what they was up to.
Okay, something going on in there.
Must be. They building something there.
Okay.
But that gated community back there don't like it none neither.
Oh, well.
See, all that back there, folks, is a gated community.
Sure.
But, anyhow, I knew what they was up to. Now, I just felt it. So, but I kept them from being able to score anything. Because when I come, because when I came back to that side to be in between Elaine and them, they hurried up and got out. They done figured out I knew the game. And Piggy 1, Thief 0.
That's it.
On that one. So anyway, we got back out in the car. It's even colder than it was earlier when we saw a little bit of, a couple of flakes of snow. I'm like, if it snows any, we won't be going nowhere tomorrow, which is when y'all be listening to this.
If it snows and does anything else overnight, I'll be sleeping in and might be getting up about an hour or so.
Yeah. I watched Eric on Rainy Ridge talking about his new pump. Gave him a comment. You know, proud of Eric coming out of his shell, coming out of his comfort zone, and showing off his pump. So ain't no need to have no anxiety over showing something like that, because that pump for him is like a cane or a wheelchair or prosthetic for anybody else that needs them. It's a tool to help you be able to live a better quality of life. Ain't no shame in that. I applaud the effort to be able to have that better quality of life. Yeah, that's somebody putting forth the effort. You're like, hey, I want to live better. This helps me live better. I get to the point where I need to, I'll have me a powered scooter chair or wheelchair or something. I'll just zoom right along with it, won't have no shame about it. Go to me a mechanic and say, hey, can you put me a big V8 up underneath this thing? Let me go down the road going, nothing.
Like that bicycle we saw earlier, just trucking down the road.
Yeah. tricycle. She goes, that thing must have a motor on it or something. He's going awful fast up that hill. I said, well, yeah, too, that he ain't pedaling it. He's got to have something. It's kind of sad that, people got to where they've had to break out the bicycles and tricycles and have those little motors to go with them and all like that in order to be able to afford to be able to get around. But at the same time, I give them kudos. They hardcore. Because it's cold this morning and he out there on that tricycle just getting it. Of course, if you live in the city, he probably gets around better than people in a car because he can maneuver into places that a car can't. So. Of course, about the time we saw him, there was some fool coming out to Walmart, coming straight across the lanes. And here I was coming, and the lane was like, Like, oh, wait a minute, I started flashing that boy. He just kept crawling across like, what?
When he pulled out, it looked like he was going to go into traffic and just go on, but no, he pulled straight across.
He pulled straight across to go into the opposite going traffic. I flashed my lights at him, and he just had a look like, what? Boy, your daddy needs to drag you out that thing and take you out behind the woodshed and teach you some things. I don't care if you are 25, 30 years old. Your daddy needs to take you out behind the woodshed and teach you a few facts of life.
What you bet somebody got him a new toolbox?
Well, I wouldn't want to bet against you. It looks like a Black Craftsman. Wonder if they got it from Home Depot or Lowe's.
You never know.
You never know.
It's nice. It's wrapped up nice.
Yeah.
What if it's Christmas present?
Possible. But then since it's on his truck, unless the truck belongs to her. Yeah, I'd say that's his.
Oh, yeah. He bought that for Christmas for himself, probably.
Yeah, I guarantee it. I had to throw him a thumbs up. I think he might know what I was talking about. Pulling that big old trailer. Got that big old pretty toolbox up there on that trailer. I don't blame him. I don't know how he responded. I wasn't able to see.
I couldn't see either.
But he probably ain't happy about the price tag, but I guarantee you he'll get his money's worth out of it.
You know they couldn't got no sale.
Even then.
Yeah. Their sale prices scare me because they usually are the original price that's been marked up, then marked back down again.
Right. Or sometimes they'll mark them up and call it the sale price.
Yeah. They did that on Black Friday.
Yep. So anyway, we got 2 stops to make. Then we can go home, unload. And if it snows from between now and 5 o'clock, somebody else might make the evening trip. I don't know. I'll probably do it, but we wake up in the morning to anything white, I won't be going nowhere. I'll be like, you think I'm going to get out and that? With all the crazy people out there, the way they drive. The worse the weather is, the worse they get. Right now, it's about as bad as it gets, so you can imagine how they're going to be driving in it.
Oh, they're already crazy.
They already crazy. Throw some snow on the ground, they'll get downright psychotic.
Well, that one car today, that made 4 vehicles in the past 3 days. That flew
Yeah.
right on top of us.
I've had to swerve a good bit on one road because the car started coming right out on us. Been a few others. All while it's been raining.
Yeah.
They ain't paying attention. Like that boy just a few minutes ago. You know, about a half hour ago. He just crawled right on across both these lanes and turned lane, and I'm flipping my lights at him, and he just looked over at me like he was asleep. What? Should have honked my horn at him to wake him up.
That's what I've been doing. I've been laying on the horn, forgetting flicking the lights.
Well, that's not my first knee-jerk reaction. My first knee-jerk is to start hitting the brakes and flashing my lights. Hey! Wake up!
Well, that's the problem. They're asleep. They can't see the lights.
You ain't know that might have been it.
So maybe they ain't deaf and they can hear the horn.
He probably still would have looked at me like, what? You know, crazy people.
Yeah.
Piggy loves you.